Ladies and gentlemen, the last 30 days of the year are not just days, they are a message. They say, if you cannot change your life now, how will you change it in the next year? December is special. Most people slow down. Most people relax. Most people stop trying. But remember this, the world doesn't pause just because you do. And that is why these 30 days can change your entire 2026. When I was young, the end of the year always scared me. I thought, another year gone, and nothing changed. But later, I realized something powerful. The future does not change in January. The future changes in December. Use these 30 days not to celebrate only, but to prepare, not to complain, but to correct, not to worry, but to plan. If you spend December with purpose, you will enter 2026 with confidence. If you spend December with discipline, you will enter 2026 with momentum. Let me share something simple. People fail not because they lack talent, but because they lack preparation. People lose not because they are weak, but because they start late. People stay stuck not because they are unlucky, but because they don't use the time they have. Ask yourself today, what habits must I start? What habits must I stop? What one thing, if I do it every day for 30 days, will change my life next year? You don't need big changes. You need small, consistent changes. Read 20 minutes. Work on your idea. Learn a new skill. Save a little money. Reflect on your mistakes. Plan your goals for 2026. Do this every day. 30 days from now, you will not be the same person. And remember, December is not the end. December is the beginning of the life you want. If you use these 30 days wisely, 2026 will not surprise you. You will control it. If you don't use these 30 days, January will arrive and nothing will change. So don't wait for the new year to become a new person. Start now. Start today. Start with what you have. Because if you use December with discipline, focus, and courage, 2026 will become the year you finally rise. Small daily actions may look ordinary, but they hold extraordinary power because success is never built in one big moment. It is built quietly, slowly, and consistently in the things you do every single day. People often wait for a perfect time, a big opportunity, or a dramatic change to transform their lives. But the truth is that real transformation comes from simple, small routines done with discipline. Reading for just a few minutes a day, exercising for a short time, learning one new idea, practicing a skill for 20 minutes, planning your morning, or reviewing your day may feel small, but these actions accumulate. Just like drops of water eventually fill a bucket, daily habits create long-term results. Most people underestimate what they can achieve in a year because they overestimate what they can achieve in one day. They try to do everything at once, and when they fail, they quit. But those who understand the power of small actions know that progress is not linear. It grows slowly, then suddenly. A little improvement today becomes a bigger improvement tomorrow. A small habit becomes a strong routine. A minor skill becomes expertise. This is how change truly happens. The key is consistency. Discipline does not mean working for long hours. It means showing up every day, even if the action is small. When you repeat something daily, your mind adapts, your habits strengthen, and your results multiply. Every small action becomes a brick, and eventually those bricks form the foundation of your future. By the time you reach the next year, you don't even realize how much you've changed because the progress was happening quietly, day by day. This is why the people who stay consistent with small actions always achieve larger, long-lasting success in the end. December is often seen as a month of holidays, parties, and relaxation, but in reality, it is one of the most strategic months of the entire year. While most people slow down and switch off their goals, this is the moment when clarity becomes easier to find. The noise of the year starts to fade, responsibilities lighten, and your mind finally gets the space to think. That is why December becomes the perfect window to reflect, evaluate, and redesign your direction for the coming year. Instead of rushing into January with random resolutions, December gives you the chance to understand what worked, what failed, and what needs to change. Planning in December gives you a powerful advantage. When everyone else wakes up on January 1st trying to figure out their lives, you will already be ahead. You will enter the new year prepared, focused, and confident. Planning at the end of the year allows you to communicate with your future self. What you want, who you want to become, and what habits or skills will get you there. You begin to see the patterns of your mistakes, the lessons hidden in your challenges, and the opportunities you overlooked. With this awareness, your plans become more realistic, more strategic, and more aligned with your true goals. December planning is not about creating a long list of dreams. It is about designing a practical path. It is about choosing your priorities instead of letting the year control you. It is about deciding which habits will shape your success, which distractions you must avoid, and which new actions will push you forward. When you combine reflection with intentional planning, you create momentum that carries you strongly into the next year, long before it begins. Reflection is one of the most powerful tools for growth, yet it's the one people often avoid. Most individuals rush through life without pausing to understand their actions, choices, or mistakes, and because of that, they repeat the same patterns year after year. Reflection allows you to step back from the noise and look at your life with honesty. It forces you to see where your time went, what goals you achieved, what habits helped you, and what decisions held you back. When you sit down and review your year, you begin to recognize the difference between effort and progress, between activity and achievement. Reflection is an investment because it saves you from wasting your future. It helps you identify the distractions that drained your focus, the fears that slowed you down, and the opportunities you didn't take. Through reflection, you gain clarity about what truly matters and what no longer deserves your energy. It becomes easier to choose better habits, set sharper goals, and avoid past mistakes. This clarity makes your next year more intentional, more strategic, and more aligned with your vision because you are no longer moving blindly, but with awareness and understanding. Discipline in December is different from discipline at any other time of the year. When most people slow down, relax, and postpone their goals until January, choosing discipline during this month creates a powerful advantage. It sets you apart immediately. Even small, consistent actions in December build mental strength, focus, and self-control that carry into the new year. By practicing discipline now, waking up on time, planning your days, controlling distractions, maintaining healthy habits, or committing to learning something new, you create a rhythm that will continue naturally once 2026 begins. Momentum is not created by motivation, it is created by repetition. December gives you 30 days to rehearse the life you want. Every disciplined action becomes a signal to your mind that you are serious about change. Instead of trying to start fresh on January 1st, you enter the new year already moving, already focused, already stronger. This makes your goals easier to achieve because you are not beginning from zero. You have already built the foundation, the habits, and the mindset. Choosing discipline now turns December from a quiet month into a launching pad, allowing you to step into 2026 with energy, confidence, and the momentum needed to keep going. If you don't take control of your direction for 2026, life will naturally push you into routines, responsibilities, and decisions that you never actively chose. Most people drift through the year reacting to situations instead of creating them. When you don't set your own goals, you end up working for someone else's goals. When you don't prioritize your time, others will use it for their benefit. Designing your year means deciding what you want, why you want it, and how you will get there before anything or anyone else interrupts your path. Planning your 2026 gives you clarity, intention, and personal authority. You become the one choosing your habits, your growth, your environment, and your direction. Without a plan, distractions look like opportunities and obligations feel like responsibilities. But with a clear design, you know what aligns with your purpose and what doesn't. You make better choices, avoid unnecessary commitments, and protect your focus. Designing your year is not about controlling everything. It is about creating a blueprint that guides you. When you decide your financial goals, your health goals, your learning goals, and your personal goals in advance, you protect your future from being shaped by chance, pressure, or other people's expectations. In conclusion, these final 30 days hold the power to reshape your entire 2026. When you reflect deeply, plan wisely, act consistently, and practice discipline while others slow down, you enter the new year with clarity and momentum. December becomes your launch pad, turning small, focused actions today into transformative results tomorrow.